definitely moving forward, there's something I definitely want to ask you about, because I know you've mentioned probably pretty extensively, the interest that you have in like going to the field of anesthesia. Like I know there's a lot of medical students who, even up to like their third or like fourth year, don't really know or have any idea what they want to try to pursue, medical school. But I know for you, even I remember when you were, I think, a first year, mentioning that like anesthesia was something that you were like looking to go into. How did that kind of start out?
So that's a great question. So actually, it was towards the end of my first year that I switched to wanting to do anesthesia. Initially, coming into the program, I was thinking of either cardiothoracic or orthopedic surgery.
Interesting.
I just love the OR. I love just the aspect of you go in there, elbows deep, fixing whatever's going on. And orthopedics, again, just coming off of high school, loved football. I was a sports guy. I wanted to go into orthopedics because I wanted to be in the field of like helping athletes and things like that. And cardiothoracic surgery, that came about because of Grey's Anatomy. I was watching it at the time, Dr. Burke. A lot of people in high school were like, "Oh, you look like Dr. Burke. You look like Dr. Burke." And then, I don't know. I guess through repetitive hearing, it started fixated on that somehow. But I also just thought it was pretty cool, like the heart. And then once upon a time, it was plastic surgery because of like first year I went through a lot of mini phases. It was like okay, cardiothoracic, okay, orthopedic, oh, plastic surgery, because Dr. Sloan, I was like, oh, plastic surgery, he looks like he's calm, he's chilling, like he looks like he's in good health and things like that. Because a lot of people, the way doctors are depicted on TV, stressed, scrambling, like like thousand things going on in their head. But then with the plastic surgery, it's like, oh, he's chilling, calm, life. But ultimately, what led me to anesthesia was kind of just, it wasn't a personal experience, but essentially, specifically pain management. But pain management came in a little bit later. But anesthesia, I love the OR. However, rather than being in the front lines, in there fixing the thing, I wanted to be, rather than on the side of medicine, I wanted to be on the side of the patient. Not to say that the side of the patient is separate from medicine, but it's just that rather than fixing the medical problem itself or whatever is going on, I also want to be there as a comfort to the patient. I feel like anesthesia is more of an intimate role with your patient. You walk through the procedure in the beginning. Of course, the surgeon also does the same thing, but you're the one who's there to make sure that they don't feel pain afterwards. They don't wake up during the procedure. You're checking their vitals constantly. If their vitals go left, it's your duty to make it go right. Blood pressure drops out of nowhere, that's a problem. And the cardiothoracic surgeon is
they're just busy cutting
their heart. So the anesthesiologist is like, all right, we gotta fix this, So it's just that role. It's like the second king of the operating room, if that makes sense. But I'm definitely still learning more about the field. I haven't fully gotten a grasp on it in the sense that I did research over the summer. I was able to shadow. Fortunately, I appreciate my time there at Columbia. It was a great experience. I was able to see a lot of surgeries and learn a lot through the attendings. So through that, the more I'm exposed to anesthesia, the more I love it. That's what drew me to that.
I think that really speaks a lot to me, I think, in terms of processing that. I think for sure that's probably quite different, even from my own, I would say, kind of like presupposition by anesthesia, still like learning more about different specialties and things like that. I think it's definitely pretty interesting. You mentioned like being like on the side of the patient, like being the one who's like walking them through that entire process, and I think that obviously is a perfect example of what it means to like really be, part of medicine, and all those things.